This next routine is called Claim Support Question. This is your opportunity to get very clear about that document. So we're going to continue working with the same document, but you need to get very clear, and if you aren't clear, please talk with the folks at your table so you gain that clarity. On one sticky note, you're going to write the author's name, the major claim that your author makes, and the support that your author gives for that claim. Pull out, even if it's kind of weak, pull out what the author uses as evidence for their claim.
Like the author support, or?
So support, they didn't have a whole lot of it. They just had what they saw.
Yeah. People believed the propaganda and what they were hearing instead of finding out for themselves.
What do you guys think? How do you guys explain that?
I'm saying the author thought that they were a threat because they called them like enemies and aliens, and that's kind of like a outside
derogatory. Yeah.
That's kind of like
because I don't know. I'm just reading. It says the record speaks nothing but loyalty, and then they say they're heavy contributors to the Red Cross. So should we break that?
They say that they were kind-hearted and donated to friendly causes, probably. Because sons are in the army, yeah, that's another one.
Now the last sticky note has questions. Everyone can write whatever questions come to your mind. They do not need to be the same as everyone at your table.
Is the question when we're working in our other groups, or is it right now?
Right now, in terms of this article, what questions come to your mind about what happened during World War II?
My question was like to the author, like where did they get their information? Because it wasn't really like concrete information yet.
Yeah, they didn't have that many concrete facts.
Yeah.
I said, how did Americans go against their founding principles of democracy? Because he completely discriminated against the Japanese people, and it was such a strong belief. But it's almost like, was that the norm of the time, and was he conforming to the thoughts of his readers, or was that his actual thoughts?
Careful analysis of a primary source document includes looking at the author's point of view. Beyond agreeing or disagreeing with the author, encourage students to notice the justification the author uses for the claim. Does the evidence support the claim? The probing process will naturally bring out questions for the author about the evidence and more. It's more than what they read or hear, it's how students scrutinize information that makes them more critical consumers.